Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name is Freedom. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so this is part 2. The link for part 1 will be in the description box. Before I start the video, can I always remind you, if you like my videos, please remember to give them the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos, and please feel free to share widely on other social media platforms. And if you've got anything to say, leave it in the comments. All right, so we are discussing the 5 kind of groups of characteristics, attributes, and things that you would need to be the perfect narc victim. So they're looking for a combination of one or more of these characteristics and attributes. The more you have, the more likely you are to be the perfect victim. And I speak from experience when I say this, because I was the perfect victim for 14 years. That's a very, very long time to be a narc victim. So the more ticks you have, the more likely you are to be kept around, not fully discarded ever. And no one wants to live that life. That's not the life for anyone. All right, lovelies. So where am I at? So we've gone through the first 2, which were vulnerable people. So anyone who's experienced either death, divorce, disease, trauma, disaster, anything that's kind of knocked them off their center. So they're not kind of paying as much attention. There's not as much due diligence going on because they're distracted, because they've been knocked off center. Same with people who are not well, so disease, people who are experiencing, hard times, down on their luck. Very vulnerable. People with poor boundaries, so those coming from toxic families with low boundaries, so their childhood homes, where there was neglect, child abuse, sexual abuse, that kind of thing. Also people coming from other toxic relationships are particularly vulnerable to narcissists. Because the narcissist, especially if the narcissist had a chance to observe the relationship that you've come from, that makes you really vulnerable, because they know exactly what the pain points are. They know what they saw the way you were reacting when it was the other person. So yeah, narcs have a tendency to kind of lurk around, observe and watch that kind of thing. So if they've had access to seeing you in another relationship, they're already one step ahead. All right, so the next group, like I said, you need to kind of have at least one of these 5 groups, 1 point out of at least these 5 groups. And if the more you have, the more the perfect victim you are. And it's not a good thing. No one wants to be the perfect victim. All right, so empathetic qualities. So the term empath, some people like it, other people don't. That's fine. I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to say empathetic qualities. Empathic qualities is what I'm trying to say. People who put others' needs and wants above their own. People who care about other people to the detriment of themselves. People who have a high tolerance to pain and suffering and kind of keep wanting to help other people. So people who soldier on, this is another thing. So these qualities, this next group of qualities, are qualities that are good qualities in the right hands, but the narcissist will use these qualities against you. So what qualities do they seek to use against us? So if you are someone who just soldiers on, if you're someone who doesn't give up and who will keep just going back like a dog with a bone, trying to sort things out, trying to fix things, you don't give up. Oh, that's a really good quality and a really bad thing if you're involved with a narcissist, because they will use that against you. That makes you perfect victim status. I know, because that was one of mine. I don't give up on anything. I fight really hard for the things that I love. And so when I valued my situationship, when I thought it was a relationship, I put up with a lot of abuse and a lot of bullshit because I believed in the bigger picture, in the relationship. All right, so if you are loyal, they will use that against you. That makes you a perfect victim, because they will use that loyalty. If you are honest, the same thing there. If you're honest, being honest one of the problems with honest people is that we think everyone else is honest. And if they tell us that they're honest and that they value honesty, and we believe them because we're a little bit naive and gullible, then they can use that against us. These are the qualities that make us perfect narc victims. All right, lovelies. So being naive, trusting, gullible, and believing in the construct. So the more you believe in what they are telling you, so the less you actually look and see and observe with your own eyes, and the more you believe what they're telling you, the more perfect you are as a victim. Because they don't want people to actually pay attention and see what's going on. They want people to listen to what they're saying. And they want people to believe in the construct that they're putting forth. I.e., I'm loving, I'm loyal, I'm responsible, I'll look after you. I'm protective, I'm going to be here forever. I don't know, all the crap that they come out with. All that stuff, when you believe it, that makes you the perfect victim. And it's fascinating. I've got to tell you, when you stop believing in the construct, when you actually see them for what they are, that changes, that one thing changes your status from perfect victim to they can't get away from you fast enough, because they don't want you telling other people about them. They don't want other people starting to realize what they're actually about. There is nothing scarier to a narcissist than being unmasked by one of their primary supply or previous victims, however you want to call us. All right, lovelies. The last group of qualities, attributes, whatever, that you need to have for the narc to be, a perfect victim to them. They need to have something. Sorry, you need to have something that they want. You could have all of that, but if you don't have something that they want, then you're of no value to them whatsoever. They'll use you for supply, sure, but then you're not the perfect victim. You're not going to, they're not going to try really, really hard to get you to be primary supply, for example. They'll just keep you in the narc harem. They'll keep you there, as backup. And I'll do another video on the narc harem. All right, so when I say, what it is that they want from you, so it could be as simple as they need someone to believe the construct. So if, for example, they have just experienced a situationship breakup and the ex has escaped them, the ex is unmasking them, they need someone to believe in them, and they need it yesterday. That is one of the most important things to a narcissist, is to keep the construct in place. Because if too many people see who they really are, they have to relocate, they have to move to a new area where no one knows them so they can start building up the illusion again. This is one of the things that narcs are known for, is this relocating. Once again, I'm going to do another video on this. But yes, they move because, quite literally, they need to go where people don't know them, where people haven't figured them out yet. Because when people figure them out, they see they're not really who they say they are. All right, so what else? They might need a car. They might need a house, somewhere to stay. You might have money. You might have status. You might have connections. You might have a drug hookup. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you have something that they need. That is what makes you a perfect victim. Something that they need, and then one or two of these other qualities. Ideally, like I said, if you have one from each of the 5 groups, then that makes you the perfect narc victim. All right, lovelies, I'm going to leave that there today. Thank you for joining me. I just want to quickly say 2 things. I have a consulting service available. There'll be links in the description box if you want to talk to me one-on-one. Follow the links. And secondly, my new program will be coming out very soon. So keep your eyes open for that. It's the Narc Free Challenge. So this is all about how to get the narc out of your life for good, forever. All right, darlings, thank you for watching Narc Free Formula, and I'll talk to you not tomorrow but the day after.